Okay, hello everyone. Today we're gonna try to update our camera, which is the Sony RX100 Mark III. Before we start, there are 5 things that you need to get ready for. Number 1, your battery or your camera needs to be fully charged. Okay? Number 2, you need to make sure that your memory card is removed, which is I'm gonna do right now. So I'm just gonna click it, it's gonna pop out, gonna get that, okay? And then you need to have or get ready the USB cable that came with the camera. Okay, don't use any other cables in here. Okay, number 4, you need to download the firmware, which you can get from the Sony's website, which is here. You need to make sure that this is for the Mark III, and if you download that, it will be right here. Okay, the file size is around 200 megabytes, so make sure that you have enough space on your computer to be able to download the firmware. Last one is, of course, you need to have a personal computer or any computer that you can use in order to update the camera. You can also use a laptop if you don't have a PC. Just make sure that you have the appropriate space needed for the firmware, and you need to have a RAM which is at least 512 MB. Okay, continuing on, the computer or the laptop needs to have an operating system which is listed down below. But it's not actually a problem because most of the personal computers or laptops are running in those kind of operating systems, so you don't have to worry about that. File name, okay, that's exe. File size is around 200 MB. Was released 2017 March 29. So before we start, we need to make sure or determine if we needed the update. So in order for us to have that, we need to turn on the camera, which is I'm gonna do right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go cancel that one. We're gonna go turn on the camera menu, setup, and then version. The version is 2.0. The camera does not need this update. Okay, so we're gonna go the menu. We're gonna go to the, okay, so if not there, actually you can go here, then go to the number 6 and look for the version. As you can see, I have here version 1.10. So I need to update to 2.0. Okay, before we start, follow the instructions carefully. Okay, remove the memory card, which we have done earlier. So we're gonna go back with this one. Okay, just gonna go back here. Okay, so make sure that camera is fully charged. So my camera is fully charged. Good. Okay, that's what I said earlier. Do not power off the camera. Disconnect the USB cable until the power is complete. Okay, USB cable. You only use the USB cable supplied with the camera. Update functionality is not guaranteed with any other USB cable. That's why I said you need to get the cable that came with the camera itself because it's the one that they needed. Okay, after that, download the firmware. As you already downloaded that, make sure to put it in desktop so that you will be able to find it easily. So as you can see in my turn, I placed it here on the desktop. Okay, so I moved back a little bit so you can see my camera in here and the USB cable up here. So before we start the firmware update, you need to make sure that the camera is on the mass storage. Yes, the USB connection should be mass storage. So we're gonna do that. Open up the camera. Okay, so as you can see, it shows no card because I removed the memory card. It should also appear on your camera because you need to remove the memory card to go on with the update. So as you can see here, you're gonna go to the setting, open up USB connection, choose the mass storage. Okay, now we're done. We're gonna go back, and the next step is to connect the camera to the computer using the USB cable that came with the camera. So on this port, right above HDMI, we have this, and we're gonna connect the cable. Okay. Okay, so mass mode, connecting to mass mode. Okay, it has a lot of ground actually. Gonna put it back there so you can see. And then we got a notification here, right? That's it, this one. If you can see it right there. So eject PM home. DSC RX100 Mark III. So it means that the connection is alright. You can also find this one here. It says you need to find the hardware icon. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. Let's move back to video a little bit. So after completing that step, we need to now go to the firmware. So from there, if you downloaded the firmware earlier, you need to go to the downloads, which you can find on this part, downloads, and you can find it. But me, I placed the firmware here on the desktop, so you can see it actually right here. Okay. So now we're back to this one. We're gonna run the update. So it's gonna unzip. Okay. Now we're done. The firmware opened. Okay. It's going like that, and then the camera is still the same. Still shows the same. Just verify. Okay. Turn on the camera. USB connection set up. Make sure set my storage. We're good. Connect camera to the computer. Good. Next button when connection has been made, because we already done with that. So we're gonna click next. So verifying the connection to the camera computer file for this update. Just gonna wait. Once we're on with that, from the website itself, it shows that it's gonna the screen will display follow camera instructions, which also displays here on my camera. Alright, follow computer instructions. Okay, it's gonna go in like that. Okay, wonderful. Now we're gonna go back. Gonna click next. Click next. Okay, so if there's a problem with the version, click next. So as I've shown you earlier, my version of the camera, the version of the camera I have is 1.10. So it shows right there. And then the version that we're gonna have after the update is 2.0. That's correct. So we're gonna click next. Before we click next, okay, make sure that you want the update, okay? Because once you update the software, there's no going back. Okay. So from there, gonna move back a little bit. Okay, next. Okay, reset the device. So as you can see, you had a notification right there. And then safely remove the hardware first. So we need to go here on this part. We need to right click and we need to eject. Actually, eject. Okay, we got that. Save to remove hardware. We're done. And then from here, select OK on the camera screen. So here, I'm gonna push the button in the middle. This one. It's gonna reset the device. Okay, just gonna wait. Okay, we're done. Okay, we're done resetting. And then number 3, it says click the next button. So that's what we're gonna do. Click. So it's gonna verify the connection. Okay, after that, it will say that, okay, I'm just gonna show you. The reconnection of the camera and the computer for this update has been verified. Click run button to start the update. Do not pull the USB cable or turn off the camera during the update. So we're not gonna touch the camera actually. So you can put it right back, and then I'm just gonna click on run. Okay, so it's now updating. Make sure do not pull or do anything. Do not touch the camera if you can, okay? Don't do anything. Just wait for the progress bar to finish. So we're just gonna let it run like that. I'm just gonna speed up this process if you want. You can go back to this one once we're done, okay? And we're done with the update. So just a recap. So it's a few more green bars, and then we're done. Just gonna go back and check the website. Okay. So after the firmware or the update is finished, okay. Where's that? And the update. Okay. When the update process has been completed, the camera will automatically restart. The message recovering data or data. Please wait may appear for a few minutes before starting. So I think something showed on the camera. I wasn't able to see that. Okay, the process has been completed. Right there. Okay, as you can see here, USB mass mode. We're connected again. So we're gonna go back. Recovering data was done. Okay, finish. Okay, good. Now we're gonna go to the task tray and then safely remove the camera here. Eject PM home. We're still in the mask mode actually. I'm just gonna eject this one. Up. Okay, safe to remove hardware. We're done. Okay, you may now disconnect the USB cable and check the current version was updated. So I'm gonna disconnect now. We're done. Okay. Now memory card cannot play. So we're gonna go right here. Okay. So from there, okay, click on menu, and then we're gonna go to the number 6. Okay. Version. So we have here version. We got updated from version 1.10 to version 2.00. Nice. So we're gonna check what was the update about. So update is okay. Underwater here. Okay. So from 1.10 all the way to 2.0, we will have underwater auto feature in the whitening balance settings. Flash off when the flash units pop up. Improves the power on time after downloading smart remote data. Smooth remote control. Okay. So right now we're done. Thank you very much for watching the video and following me. Make sure to subscribe, and if I was able to help you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's actually a great thing for me. Thank you very much. Have a good day.